Hey guys, Ace here. It's 9 o'clock in the morning in Germany and Europe, and here I am in a tank in Battlefield 2042 beta, literally my first match I'm playing on the new game. I don't know the map at all. The only thing I know is that I'm in a tank and I'm gonna walk onto one of these sectors now. They're called sectors now. So I don't see anybody here, and I'm just gonna walk into it as people just start spawning in front of me, getting a very fast triple, and I'm thinking to myself, guys, welcome to Battlefield 2042, as I send them a greeting with my tank shell. Now, looking into retrospect, back here, I would have definitely positioned better on this flag. I don't know where they spawned from. We saw the people in front of me, but they could spawn really anywhere. But the sector, it's going down quite slow actually, much slower than the BF4 flags, I have to say. So I would have positioned a bit differently here. I do have a couple of friends with me and my beloved girlfriend, Mrs. Daddy. You guys, I'm sure, remember her from BF4. To repair me. It's beta day, I cannot avoid playing with people, and I wanted to play with some of my friends, so I took some of my closest friends and my girlfriend to do some work here. As you can see, the main shell of the tank, it has pretty good destruction, as one shell pretty much destroys one of the walls. As you can see the infantry back in here in the building, if they would be there. I'm gonna backcheck into the flag here just to see my options. I'm kinda insecure playing this, I'm not gonna lie, because I don't really know the map. What I do know is landing long-range shells here. I will say this about the main gun, guys. It has pretty good damage, at least with the direct hit. I direct hit most of the people in this match. I cannot talk too much about the splash damage. Here is some instance of splash. I splashed the guy, he didn't die instantly. So I think this game, it might be a bit more about direct hits than splash damage. Of course, if you have no choice and you have to splash, then you of course splash. But if you can avoid it, you're gonna have to go for a direct hit. From what I can tell, first impressions of the new 120mm smoothbore cannon. One other thing I wanted to mention, I haven't done any of my options here. I just pretty much put it up to game and went in. I haven't changed my sensitivity. This is some completely default sense. As you can see, it's very slow. Even though the turret speed is capped, this is something we got in Battlefield 5, we got it here. It's one of the nerfs for the tank. My opinion about it is, of course, I think it's a bit annoying. I wish it wasn't there, but it is, and I'll just deal with it. I've dealt with worse things. It's not really that bad. So, the good thing is you won't have to play very high sensitive tanks anymore like you did in Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4, because the rotation is kept, so you can just find some very nice medium to low sensitivity where you can just laser beam people across the map. Speaking of the laser beaming people across the map, I want to talk a bit about my boy here. The secondary weapon for the tank, the coaxial LMG, makes a return. It's been, after the canister shell nerfed in Battlefield 3, it's been probably my favorite secondary weapon. I did use a bunch of HNG, but LMG, it had very high rate of fire in that game, and in this game, it has, from what I can tell, a very high rate of fire, very high damage. It does have a pretty fast overheat, so you're gonna have to kind of manage that. It's kind of like your resource, so to speak, but it's really not that bad. The other thing about it, it seems to me that it has barely any drop in damage. It just kind of laser beam people across the map. So here I am, as you see, I land a splash damage on one of the infantries here. I hit one of the fences and he didn't die. So the splash damage, I'm assuming he takes maybe like 50 or 60 health, similar to maybe BF4 splash. Well, I'm just talking out of my ass, but that's what I'm gonna assume from seeing a couple of clips in this video. I wanted to say something else about the countermeasures we have here available. We have just your default smoke. I'm not sure what the smoke really does in this game. I'm guessing it just blocks lock ones and maybe as spots you if there is some type of spotting. There is no 3D spotting, but there could be like that danger ping. So the spotting now is a danger ping, and I think maybe this one spots you. I start to take a lot of damage from something. I'm not sure what it is, so I'm gonna fall back here. As you can see, my tank is on 52 health, and I want you to pay attention now to how fast my girlfriend is gonna repair me. As you can see, the repair speed, I'm not sure if that's intended, but that's really fast. It's extremely fast. So there's that. So the tank gunner, there's two seats you can use. You have your regular gunner, then you have the forward gunner. I'm not sure what any of these do. That's something I'm gonna make videos on later as the full game launches, as we don't have really any tank unlocks, so I don't want to give you a false opinion. So I'm gonna walk into the D1 sector here. As you can see, that the coaxial LMG doing quite the work on these low to medium distances. So a hardline car, I don't know, it just spawns out of nowhere as I get a gigantic quadra kill from it. I'm not sure where the car spawned from. I don't remember seeing them when I walked into the flag. But as you can see, the tank shell one-shots that light vehicle. Well, it's a transport, just a civilian vehicle. I hope this remains for MREP and the other a bit more heavy vehicles. If you remember, back in Battlefield 4 you couldn't one-shot MREP, and I've always advised you guys to not shoot MREP with your main gun because you had less shells here. Well, not here in Battlefield 4 you had less shells. Here you have 6 shells that do regenerate, I guess, at the same speed as BF4 shells. So you're gonna inherit the same habits when it comes to your economy, just like I did from BF4. So I did cut some of the boring parts of the video, guys, but there's just nothing happening. I'm just exploring the map. And here you can see the coaxial LMG in action with the zoom optics. You get the zoom optics by default, which is quite nice. Speaking of, I hope thermal optics is gone, like I mentioned in one of my earlier videos this week. I think zoom optics is just a bit more fun. It takes a bit more skill to spot people rather than just pressing thermal optics and seeing. I will give a disclaimer: if thermal optics is in this game on the full launch and they are way better than zoom optics, I'll have to use it just because of me being a competitive player and a professional player in the European comp scene. I cannot put myself at disadvantage. I hope I'm wrong. I really hope thermal doesn't come back. I would really enjoy to play the game as it is, seeing it. And my opinion on the game, the way it looks, I think it looks good. I think it looks similar to Battlefield 3, just obviously better. It's sharper. It has better visual clarity. It's not as blurry as Battlefield 3. As you can see people pretty much across the map. I'm gonna try to take a couple of pot shots. I'm not so experienced with the main tank gun yet. I know it has low drop and it seems to have decent velocity. So I'm just gonna walk back into the sector we came from earlier in the video. As you see, there is also holes in the ground, so this makes a return from Battlefield 4. Unfortunately, this is something I hate from BF4. I know it's kind of immersive, but it's kind of annoying to drive over there. So I'm gonna walk into the sector here. Here's the hardline car, and I just missed it, unfortunately. But as you can see, the LMG, it seems that it does damage to these vehicles. So I will still take everybody out. I take a lot of damage here, 30 damage. I popped the smoke. As you can see, the smoke, it's pretty strong. It's very thick, so you can like give cover to one of your gunners who will go out and try to repair you. You can give cover to yourself. If I was a solo tank here, I would just smoke and go out and repair myself, as I would in BF4, with the APS shenanigans and whatnot. There is an annoying bug with the repair tool. When you get repaired, your screen kind of goes like you've been EMP'd by Sombra in Overwatch, for lack of a better expression. And you start to take damage, as in like you get hit markers all over your screen. So I'm gonna sit here, and I remember that there is spawns here. As you can see, there was spawns in front of me earlier, but you can see now they're spawning on the left too, and they're summoning something. Something falls out of the sky. I don't even know what the hell it is. I'm gonna assume it's some type of a lava or an AA, and I'm gonna take out the infantry before I approach the AA. I'm gonna hit it. I have no clue how much damage I'm doing, so it seems that I killed it pretty fast. It looks like it was an AA now that I've looked back throughout the video. So we kill him. I'm taking a bunch of damage already, and I'm gonna try to get into cover using a bit of this building as my cover. My sensitivity, unfortunately, I missed a lot of shots. The sense isn't optimal. I'm taking a lot of damage. As you can see now, my turret is mobility hit. You can see sparks coming out of it. This is the thing you would get from BF5, so I have to be very extra over here. My girlfriend dies, so I'm out of gunner for now. And I'm gonna keep falling back, pop my smoke. As you can see, it's nice and thick, and wait for her to spawn. I could go out here and repair myself, but I really don't want to do that. So I'm just gonna wait for her to spawn. I'm trying to take out the guy who was pressuring me earlier with zoom optics. Unfortunately, I just cannot see him anymore. As you can see, he gets quite a bit of cover from the trees. So I take a mobility hit again. My turret is disabled, as you can see. I'm assuming it is because it turns very slowly. I'm just trying to survive here. I'm gonna use this cover here at the corner to take some pressure off my my gunner. As you see, they're spawning everywhere around me now. Remember, this is 64 players, not 32. And my positioning here is definitely not optimal. I'm gonna let my girlfriend repair me while I have another random person gunning. So my girlfriend goes down again, and she gives me that information. So I'm gonna try to take out people who I can. I smoke again, and I'm gonna fall back. This is kind of Battlefield 3 tank style, but you would just smoke, you would retreat, or you would smoke and you would just repair. This is how it's gonna go forward. If smoke is the only countermeasure we have, then this is how you play smoke pretty much, right there. That's the scoreboard right there. It's very buggy. I'm 29 and 0 as it is right now, and the match on like 49 and 0 or 50 or 0, whichever. So for my first game, I figured it's not too shabby. I could give you guys a nice video. I walk forward here. I see a bunch of inf. I'm gonna smoke again. As you see, my tank is already 50 health. I think I took a pretty big shot from something, so I'm gonna fall back. I'm doing the same thing. I'm gonna sit in zoom optics as I'm getting repaired to try to take some people off. As you can see, there's the ping system right there. I'm pressing Q and it gives you like a little ping. on the screen, it doesn't give you like a real-time position like a 3D spot would. It just gives you the idea where they could be. I land a shell into the building to try to kill one of the infantry. As you can see, the splash isn't one-shot kill, so we would have to hit him one more time. I see a bunch of other infantry walking out there, and then you can see with some precision aiming with the coaxial LMG and good target leading, it does kill quite fast on range there, guys. I really hope the LMG remains like this. It's very fun. Considering it's 64 players, I would like the LMG to be good. BF4 LMG, as you guys know, it was usable. I made a couple of videos about it. It just wasn't as good as HNG. We will see how HNG is once the full game is out and we get all the tank loadouts. I'm assuming HNG is gonna be back. Maybe it's good, maybe it's not. But what we have here, the LMG, is fantastic. I'm looking very forward for you guys to actually go into the beta yourself after you guys are back from work. I'm assuming you're all working right now. You're in school, you have wives and kids. I'm just a tank no-lifer, so I'm here. But when you do get home, I want you to play tank when you can and give me some feedback. Tell me what you see, what you discovered. Leave me a comment on this video, or just ping me on Twitter. You can even DM me on Twitter. My DMs are open. We can talk about it. So I walk back onto this sector now, and I'm just gonna mow everybody down who's spawning. I see a little bird there. I'm gonna take him out also before he takes off in the sky. I'm gonna try to take the quad bike off, but I was reloading my shell, which is unfortunate. So here I'm thinking to myself, I'm not gonna walk into the flag when I can just kill everybody who is spawning around the flag. I am here, very shaky. The sensitivity is weird. I also have very weird input lag. I pressed record and I lost like a million FPS trying to record. But I'm doing what I can here, guys, with what I have. One thing I noticed here is that a lot of the things is destructible here. The destruction is obviously very limited, but as you can see, stuff around me is useful. So I see an Abrams tank via Russians. I'm gonna try to take him out. He did take a mobility hit. As I can see, he hits me once, and I hit him, and I do take him out. It was just him without the gunner. So I'm looking back into here. I'm pinging, as you see, my character is speaking something. But I'm not sure, I don't really see anything there. As you can see, I'm getting repaired and I'm getting EMP attacked. You can see my screen is getting blurry, which is just very odd to me. I've never seen something like that. It's one of the bugs. And I think sitting here and just taking out everybody who's trying to approach the sector is very smart. So now that we did get the sector, I'm gonna move forward. If you look at my minimap right now, looking into this, as I land a gigantic long-range shot on one of the infantry there in that hangar, there's a lot of infantry around me. I'm just now starting to pay attention to the minimap because I'm just so excited in the game. I wasn't really paying attention to efficient play, but now I'm afraid of dying, so I'm gonna do what I can here. There's a bunch of pings there, and I'm gonna do what I can here to give as much support as I can to my infantry. The Robodog that's right in front of me there, guys, if you can see, I've seen this thing shoot helicopters. Yeah, I'm not sure how much damage it does to helicopters, but it actually got a little bird off me there. There was a little bird passing by, and I'm pretty sure he would have tried to strafe me. But my boy Robodog is giving me some nice cover. Walking back into the middle here, I'm gonna try to kill out everybody who is walking in there. As you can see, splash damage again, not one-shotting people. So now we can confirm the splash damage isn't as high as we wished it was, which is quite unfortunate. But we will deal with it. We're also getting some new type of ammunitions. The new game, at least, new type of cannons. I've seen there's like a close-range cannon and a long-range cannon and whatever. So maybe that's good. So notice, joining between these two sectors, middle and the sector I was on earlier, and this left one, yields the most support you can give as a tank. You see, everybody's trying to walk onto the flag. I'm just gonna take everybody out who I can. I really wish I fixed my sensitivity before I went into this match. And even if I did, I don't think it would make much difference really, because of how kind of laggy and stuttery the game is. It's I know you don't see it from the video because it's edited, but it's very laggy trying to aim at people. But as you can see, I'm killing everybody who I can. People are sitting AFK, spawning left and right, and we're gonna actually win this game. It's been a very close game. So this was my first Battlefield 2042 game ever, and I'm really happy the way it turned out. I think it's you guys are gonna enjoy the video, and we'll see you guys when you get home and watch the video. As I said, follow me on Twitter. Leave me a like and a comment if you enjoy the video. Subscribe. I'm gonna have a buttload of content coming for this game, especially now that I've played it the first time. I've enjoyed the game. I cannot wait for the full launch, and I'll see you guys then. Take it easy and have a nice day.